Hi. So, drum tuning. Perhaps you got your kit out, you set it up, you sat down, you go to have a play and you hit the drums, one of the drums, any of the drums, and no, sounds terrible. So, you need to tune the drum. Drum tuning can sometimes seem a bit daunting. Perhaps you panic, you get your drum key, you start tweaking the lugs, taking them up, trying to make it sound a bit better. Perhaps sometimes it just actually sounds a little bit worse. So, what I want to do today is to demonstrate a little method, a very quick and effective method at drum tuning, which can be applied to any of the drums. I'm using the floor tom today, but high tom, mid tom, bass drum, snare drum, any of the drums can be used. All you need is drum key, of course, drumstick, and you're away. And it's a very simple technique that anyone can do. So let's have a go. So first of all, what we're going to do is take the drum key and loosen off all of the lugs on the batter head, the top head. They're nice and loose now, and there's no tension whatsoever in the drum head here. And we're going to flip the drum over to the resonant side, the bottom head. We're going to repeat the process. Go around, take all the tension out. Nice and loose, and there we have a head with no tension in whatsoever. Right, now let's get tuning. What we're going to do first is go around and tighten all of the lugs. We're not going to use the drum key for this, but we're just going to use our hands. We're just going to go around making sure that they're all finger tight. That's right. Okay, then we're going to make a small fist, place it in the center of the drum head, apply a little bit of pressure, not too much, just a bit, until you see some wrinkles emerging around the end of the drum head, like so. That's great. And we're going to take the drum key, we're going to pick a lug, let's go with this one. We're just going to work our way around clockwise, tightening each lug just a little bit, just so we get rid of these wrinkles. And you'll see them sort of fall out as we go around tightening. The idea is to just tighten enough so that they disappear. Okay, let's just double check that them all, and go back and just do a few more little tweaks if need be. Okay, so what we've done now is we've centered the drum head on the bearing edge of the drum right about here. So we know if when we come to tune the drum from now, it's absolutely centered on the head. So what we're going to do now is just take the drum key, and we're going to give perhaps half a turn, no, let's start with a quarter of a turn to each of the drum lugs, just to bring the pitch of the drum up slightly. So, drum key on the lug, quarter of a turn. Okay, now we're going to flip the drum over to the batter head, the top head, and we're going to repeat the process. So finger tight, drum lugs, going to make the fist, bit of pressure. You can probably see the wrinkles there, but if not, that's not a problem. You can certainly feel them. So we're going to go around, let's start here, small turns, go around and get rid of those wrinkles. check. It's feeling pretty good. So essentially this drum should be sounding a lot better now, as it's pretty much on its way to being tuned. Let's have a listen. Tuning a drum really is as simple as that. So just from those few basic steps, we've gone from a drum sounding pretty horrible, like, to a drum sounding pretty good. And maybe you might want to tweak a little bit. You might want to bring the pitch of the drum up, which if you did, you would use the drum key on the resonant head on the bottom of the drum. So flip it over, perhaps give it a quarter of a turn on all of the lugs, maybe up to a half. Just keep testing, see how that sounds. It's all about preference. And if the top head, especially on a smaller tom, starts to feel, I could do with a little bit of tightening, by all means go around, quarter of a turn on the lugs, and see how that sounds. You should have a great sounding drum. And of course, great sounding drums mean we want to sit down and play them and sound great. And we can get on with the important stuff like sounding good and improving our playing. Okay, thanks.